Agile. We'll talk about what Agile is here in this one, and then we'll talk about why we need to go Agile. What are the advantages of Agile? So what is Agile? So Agile development is basically, it's simply put, a practice-based methodology. You're talking about a practice. It's not a process. It's not something like a document that was written. This is how it should be done. Not like that. It's something which is practiced by the team on the floor of the work. It's not about being actually dictated by the boss about something that you should do like this. It's something which has evolved from the team, by the team, and for the team. Yeah. So it's primarily focused on the development and delivery of software-based systems. And now most of the businesses also, business teams, like even the trade, I've worked in banks, even some of the banks, investment banking, trading, all the trading floors and the traders and the brokers, all of them had been adapting some of the practices, if not the entire Agile, like the daily stand-ups, for instance, the review, the sprint review. They're really adopting that, and use of Jira, for instance, very, very, very popular. So within no time, we're actually talking about pretty much 60 to 80% of the organizations across different levels, different departments, different teams, whether it's finance, marketing, HR, all of them talking about Agile and using Agile in their work, whatever it could be. So business actually is using Agile. It's a no-brainer for technology. As you know, it's already in now. And in terms of so what is Agile? It's iterative. Number one, it's an iterative approach. And it's not just iterative. You're not delivering the same thing, same old thing time and again. It's not about doing that bit like a circle, changing it again, work on this, change, work on this, change. No, it's actually, you're delivering the small little iteration, the circles of value incrementally. So you're actually delivering this, and then this gets really bigger. Then your product increment is actually kind of increasing. You're actually stepping up. So it's an incremental as well. You're not doing the same thing again and again and again, which is just iterative, but you're also incrementally developing something. That's important. It's iterative as well as incremental. So you started off in the example that we've been working on since the last couple of days about the e-commerce website to sell mobile accessories. In that context, it could be, as we say, it could just be the initial requirements could be just about having the user stories in the epic level. From there on, you take one and then you prioritize. You say that in this sprint, we deliver this set of functionality. And then you say that, well, for the first sprint, let's focus on just having for example, showing the products, the items as a catalog. So that's the first sprint. If you can achieve that, where you can show just that bit, I think it's done. You can deliver that. In the second sprint, you should be able to actually have the ability to select an item and add it to the cart. So that's the second sprint. So you know what, by the end of the second sprint, you actually have something that you can go to the market, that you can actually sell to your customers or show to your customers saying, hey, by the way, use this new website. We're working on this. Here you can look at all our products, all the catalog of all our mobile accessories, the screen protectors and the cases, phone cases for all devices, not just mobile phones, but also tablets. And here you can actually get to see the description. You can look at the reviews. You can see all these images of how does that look like, the 360-degree angle, the 360-degree rotation of that particular thing. How does that look like, a 3D view? And you know what? You can also add it to your shopping cart. And once you add it, you cannot pay it online. That's there's one problem now. We're working on that. But you know what? Just call us or send an email of that particular page link, and I'll work on that and we'll deliver it to you. So you can still have a go-to-market just with that functionality in 2 sprints, which is what I'm talking about, roughly a month and a half. That's the beauty of Agile. You don't have to wait for 2022 to actually deliver some fantastic looking website. You know what, by that time, you never know what could happen. You might not even have the mobile phone then. Perhaps people will be talking in there with embedded chips in their phones, in their hands. So that could be one of the solutions that Agile brings in. So the beauty with Agile is that you could actually have something shipped out immediately without having to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect product till it works beautifully across all the platforms and all that stuff. Still, you can say that, you know what, the problem is because of the fact that we are having mobile first approach, You can use this, the application, the e-commerce website we're developing, you can use it only on your mobile phones first. It could work on iOS. If you've got iOS and Android, it works on that. Sorry, no Windows. That's fine. So that's fine. That's a good starting point for you to actually go to the customers and get their feedback and tell them that you're actually caring for them, that you wanted to develop something that they can use, you're helping them. And in the process, there's a communication that is happening. There's a channel that you opened up with the customers, and they're more than happy to give you the feedback on almost on a daily basis or a weekly basis. And then as and when they use this product, they're just at this point of time only able to add the items from the catalog into the shopping cart and deliver in the cart. That's it. All they could do is only this. Fair enough. You still have that option, right? You still can do that without any problem. Obviously, that needs to work. It should not have bugs, or even if it has got any defects, you can fix that. That's the advantage with having the customer, having the product out of your door to the customer's desk or the lap. So it's just available on the phone. Fair enough. That's a good starting point. That's called what we call in Agile terms as MVP. That's called minimum viable product. So what is it that you need to have this product out into the hands of the customers on their mobile phones as a first cut? That's called first cut or MVP. So we say that we need to have these items shown in a catalog. Click on these items. I should be able to know see the details of the item, look at the screen protector, images, how does it look like, the 3D version of it, maybe some of the reviews of the other customers who bought it, or maybe I can also show them the phones or the accessories that fit in, all that stuff. Or you can also look at associated people who have looked at this also bought this kind of recommendations. So all of this could be shown, and then you can actually give them option to buy or add this to the cart. They cannot complete it. They cannot complete and make the purchase. That's fair enough. That's a good starting point for us. And from there on, we can actually work on this and say, hey, you know what? After the sprint 2, we can work on this and make it available on the web, for instance, if that is the priority from the business. If the business thinks it's okay, don't bother. We don't have many customers who are using the browser, but the browser on their desktop or PC, but about 70% of the people are still using mobile phones to do all this. If that's what the business says from the research, then you don't even have to worry about the web browser compatibility and testing it on Chrome, on Mac OS or Windows. You don't have to worry about it. You just need to focus on the mobile one, because that's the priority. And then you can, after the sprint 3 and the sprint 4, you then work on creating the purchase between the shopping cart and this. So now at this point of time, you can actually go to the market and say, just in 2 months, hey, you know what? We've got this fantastic feature. Now you can purchase everything online, not just stop at the shopping cart and send us a mail. You don't have to send the email to us any longer. All you need to do is to just click on the purchase now, and then that would take us to a partner, which is the WorldPay or something, some digital processing platform. And from there, we can actually kind of get the whole application. We can complete the processing of the payment, and you get the receipt, right? So this is what you're talking about. You're actually talking about delivering the functionality that matters to the customer, that gives the most bang for the buck for the customers, the business value for the customers. And you're delivering that in phases, in a few weeks or in few months, and not in the 1.5 years that I was talking about with the waterfall. So here, actually, let's say by December, this customer could actually kind of not just add the items to the cart, but also they can complete the processing, the payment as well. But then the order processing and the rest of the notifications might not be still automated. That could be done later. We can work on that on Agile mode, and we can do that work in the background, and we can complete that, let's say, by April 2021. So it's a fully automated e-commerce functionality, not just about placing the order and selecting the items in the catalog, adding them to the cart, and then from the cart to the payment processing, from the payment processing to the communication about the order, about saying that, hey, we've got the order, it's on delivery. So all of